Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is BJ Tutor, and in this video let us try to solve exercise 11.3 question number 1 and 2. Okay students, so let's read exercise 11.3 question number 1, and it says make up as many expressions with numbers. Understood? So the question is asking us to make expressions with numbers only, okay, no variables. So when we make the expressions in our answer, we must make sure that there are no variables, okay, as you can from 3 numbers. So we are going to make expressions with numbers only, using how many numbers? 3 numbers, and those numbers are 5, 7 and 8. So these are the 3 numbers that we must use. Okay, we cannot use any other number. Say for example, if you use the number 2 in your expression, then your answer is completely wrong. Okay, we must use only these 3 numbers. And those 3 numbers are 5, 7 and 8. Then it says every number should be used not more than once. So in our expression, we must use these numbers only once. Okay, the numbers cannot be repeated. Say for example, we cannot use this number 5 more than once in an expression. Okay, 5 must be used only once to form an expression. Use only, and we are going to use addition, subtraction and multiplication. So using these 3 mathematical operation, that is addition, subtraction and multiplication, and using these 3 numbers, and those 3 numbers are 5, 7 and 8, we are going to make expressions with these numbers, no variables. Understood? So in the question they have given us some hint, and those hints are 3 possible expressions are. So they have given us the first hint, that is they have used the numbers 5, 8, 7. So as we can see from this expression, the numbers 5, 8 and 7 are used only once, right? 5 is not repeated, 8 is also not repeated, and the number 7 is also not repeated. They are used only once. And in the question they ask us to use addition, subtraction and multiplication, right? So here in this expression they have used addition and subtraction. Okay, and in the next expression, as you can see, the numbers are used only once, and this time they have used the operation subtraction. Okay, and in the last hint they have used these 3 numbers, and those mathematical operations are multiplication and addition. Okay, so the question asks us to make the other expressions. So we are going to make some more expressions different from this. Understood? We are going to use only these 3 numbers, and the numbers cannot be repeated. We cannot use variables cannot be used, and we have to use addition, subtraction and multiplication only, no division. Understood? You can make any expression. So let's try to make at least 4 or 5 expressions. Okay, so let's try to write the expressions, and here these are the expressions which is given in the question. Okay, we cannot use these expressions again, we have to use different one. Okay, so let's try to make our first expressions. Remember, you can make your own expressions. Okay, this question number 1 can have different answer. You can make any expression, but you must follow the rules. Okay, the rules are first rule is we have to use these 3 numbers only, that is 5, 8 and 7. We cannot use any other numbers. Okay, the second rule is we cannot use any variable. Variable must not be involved. Okay, the third rule is the numbers in an expressions cannot be used more than once. Numbers cannot be repeated. And the fourth and the final rule is we have to use addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So following those 4 rules, you can make any expressions. Okay, so for me, my first expression will be something like this: 5, okay, then plus bracket 8 plus 7. So this will be my first expression. Understood? Here I have used the given 3 numbers, right? And numbers are not repeated. There's no variables involved, and I have used addition. Okay, and you can look from given expressions that my expression is different. Okay, so this is my first expression. Next, my second expression will be something like this: 5 into 7, 5 into 7 plus 8. So this is my second expression: 5 into 7 plus 8. And next, my third expression will be 7 plus 8 minus 5. So this is my third expression. So like this, you can make your own expressions. Okay, so for this question number 1, the answers, your answer and your friend's answer and my answers may be or will be different. Understood? You just have to follow the rules. So these are my 3 expressions for question number 1. Okay, let's read our next question. Okay then student, next let's read our question number 2. And it says, which out of the following are expressions with numbers only? Okay, so they will be giving us some expressions, and from those expressions we are going to find those expressions with numbers only. Okay, that means no variable involved. Understood? We are going to find the expressions with numbers only. So let's look at our first question. The first question, the given expression is y plus 3. So we are going to find whether this expression y plus 3 is an expression with numbers only or not. So as we can see from this expression, there is a variable involved, right? And the variable is y. So is this an expression with numbers only? No, this is not an expression with numbers only. Understood? Next, our next expression is 7 into 20 minus 8z. So as we can see from this expression that there is a variable, and the variable is z. So this is also not expression with numbers. So answer will be no. Okay, next, our next question is 5 whole into 21 minus 7 plus 7 into 2. So is this an expression with numbers only? So check whether there is any variable involved or not. 5 is a number, 21 is a number, 7 is also a number, 7 and 2. So they are all numbers. There is no variable here, right? So this is an expression with numbers only. So answer will be yes. What about our next question? They have given only 5. So as we can see, 5 is not a variable, right? So this is also an expression with numbers only. So answer will be yes. What about our number E? 3x. X is a variable, right? So this is not an expression with numbers only. So answer will be no. Understood so far? So 2 or 3 questions left. Let's try that one also. So after that, these are the remaining questions. Okay, so next expression is 5 minus 5n. So as we can see from this expression, there is a variable n, right? So this is answer also no. Okay, next, our last question for question number 2 is As we can see from this expression, there is a variable involved, and the variable is P, right? So this answer also will be, yes, will be no, right? Because there is a variable involved in this expression, and the variable involved is P. So answer will be no. Understood?